Hey guys, what's up? It's Bobby with Gilk Sports Cards. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Got another fun little PSA blind reveal. I have unpackaged all of my cards, put them in order of when I want to see them, but have not looked at the cards, or the grades I should say. 20 cards, but I will only have 19 here because my son Johnny had a card as well. Unfortunately, he got a PSA 9. It was a Giannis Donruss Optic, numbered out of like 249 or something like that. So not the good start, or not the start we were looking for. This was just a bulk submission. It took right at 6 weeks. And I believe it's $19 per card. Definitely a few questionable cards that I threw in here, but you know, if I get 10s, it will be okay. You're not going to hear me say I really want to get a 10 on this one, because I want a 10 on all of them, and so does everybody that gets any card from the PSA or any other company. So if I do say, oh, I really want a 10 on this one, please slap me, first of all. And there's 19 cards, like I said, mostly basketball. There are a few football cards mixed in here, and I did not get upcharged anything. The last 3 cards are my 3 biggest. Nothing crazy, but definitely worth a couple $100 at least if we get 10s. So first one is a Scoot Henderson. He actually wears Puma basketball shoes. I work for Puma, so I'm just hoping to get some PSA 10s of him just for the PC. I have graded 3 of these variations from Prism so far. I've got no 10s. It's definitely a tiny bit thicker right side to left, but let's just see. Not a valuable card at all. And I'm 0 for 4. That one's going to be that's going to be an L for sure. I think the majority of these cards I bought on eBay. I'll let you know if these were part of a rip. Keontae George, I'm just buying a little bit of him. His stuff is pretty cheap. This was like a $5 card, select premier level, blue crystal ice. Again, I'm not gonna go nuts on him, but everyone's all into Victor and, you know, Brandon Miller, and I love those guys, and I have a lot of their cards as well, but a few of the guys like Keontae George, Cam Whitmore, which you'll see coming up, I'm trying to buy on the cheap. And there's our first 10. So the goal is to hopefully, I like around 60% PSA 10 rate is kind of my hopes and dreams. This is a PC card, guys. It is a silver Julian Phillips. He's on the Bulls. I'm a Bulls fan. You know, now that DeMar DeRozan is gone, he'll probably see some more playing time, but he's not the next Kobe Bryant or anything like that. But I just want to have a couple nice cards of him. I have an auto of him coming as well. This one was a silver. It was like $3, like dollar shipping. So I just went ahead and bought it. Looked perfectly clean on this one. And we did get a 10. Anytime we got to get a silver on a rookie, we will take it. I mean, it's still probably a $40, $50 card. Here's another guy. I kind of like him. In fact, yesterday, I went on a little bit of a binge and just started buying some of this guy's cards. This card I actually pulled. So it's just a silver, not a big deal. Silver Noah Clowney. And so before I sent this, card into grading, I kind of looked him up because I hadn't really heard much about him. And I guess he was like one of the youngest guys that was in the draft. He's like 19 years old. And everyone kind of that I read was like, hey, he's going to start off slow. He's 19, but once he learns the system and the pace of, the NBA, he could potentially be a star. So I pulled this, and then I looked him up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy a little bit more just in case. So this is probably a 2-year investment with this guy. We did get a 10, though, so that's a good pull. I think that's a $40, $50, $60 card just because it's a silver rookie. So you might see some more Noah Clowney coming up for me in future PSA reveals. I'm not going to go nuts on him. I might spend $100 and then grading fees. I pulled this one actually as well. It was just a Brandon Miller deep space, but it was a silver. Let's see what we get here on Brandon Miller. And that one we did get the 9. Deep space silver, so we'll take a loss on that. It's pretty scary now these days, guys, and you already know it probably, but whenever you get a PSA 9, probably 8 to 9 times out of 10, if you include the grading fees, you're going to lose money. So if you don't pull 10s on grading anymore, PSA or any company, probably even harder on other companies, you are going to take a loss. This is a little off. I actually pulled this one as well. Victor Wembanyama. It's just a base. Again, it probably sells for $45 or $50 last I looked at it, but I know these have really high gem rate. Yeah, so even though it was a little off center, this one still got a 10, so good deal. Well, I keep lying. I said I bought most of these. This one I pulled as well. I didn't open much Don Ross Optic basketball. I just wasn't a fan of it, if I'm being honest with you. And I'm not a huge Ausar Thompson or his brother, Amen Thompson, fan. But he still has one of the top, 6, 7 names as a rookie. And so I pulled it and I decided to send it in. It's probably a $50 card at the most. And at least we did get a 10. Hyper Pink. Okay. Seems like a pretty fair, good grader so far. It's like the videos I've been watching of PSA reviews lately, I don't know what you guys are seeing, have been like 70, 80, 90% gem rate, like crazy good. And then other ones are just like 30, 40. It's like the majority of the graders are, you know, pretty fair, but then there's like, if you get unlucky and you get someone who's super strict, it can be really rough. This guy I've gone absolutely nuclear with. Cam Whitmore. I can't even explain the story, guys. I watched him play a couple games last year against the Bulls, and I thought he was so exciting. He had some amazing dunks. Houston's going to be better and better and better. And then in Vegas, the last 2 years during like the preseason with all the rookies, he was like one of the best scorers. I just think he's going to get an opportunity sometime. I spent a lot on him. I probably spent $400 to $500 on this guy. And so I think we got 5 or 6 cards come in. This is a Monopoly, which I know is not the best, but it is a silver, which is a tough pull. It's a little bit thinner top. But that didn't matter. We still got the PSA 10. I like it. Again, more Whitmore, some type of prism here. It's not numbered, but that looks really good. It's a deal, so some type of short print deal. This looks really nicely centered, honestly, which means this is probably going to get a 9, right? This one looks good. Let's see, a little short print Whitmore. Come on, baby. Yeah, I think I just freaking jinxed it. Like, this is definitely thicker on the right side. This is definitely a little bit thinner on the top to the bottoms, and this is just absolutely perfect. That is about as good as it gets. That doesn't mean that this doesn't deserve a PSA 9. I am not that guy, but probably some type of surface issue that I just didn't see. We will move on. Here's another one. This one is numbered out of 249, and it is a brown. I'm not going to say it. I have something to say before this card, but I'm not going to say it until I see the grade. Come on, be a 10. Okay, it is a 10. And what I was going to say is that I've graded 3 of these brown. For some reason, I bought in some browns, like with Brandon Miller, Cam Whitmore, maybe a different rookie, and I got all PSA 9s. So that's my first 10. Okay, we're doing good. I like it. 2 more Cam Whitmores. This is a select out of 99. Definitely a little bit thinner here than here, if you notice. Good looking card. Light blue. I definitely bought this one on eBay. Looks good besides that back. Ooh. There's my first yuck one. PSA 8. That is a huge L. I don't know. I'm not going to be staring at it. I got an 8, so we just move on. And this is my last Whitmore for this submission. You'll see a lot more coming up. This is a good looking card. The blue, yellow, green prism. This was bought on eBay for about 20 bucks. And that makes up for this one. I actually have 2 of these now. This is the exact same card. I am 2 for 3. I've sent in 3 and I got 2 10s and a 9. All right, very nice. Donruss Optic Scoot. I actually pulled this one as well. This one and that Asor Thompson were the two that I pulled. I got one more Scoot, I think, after this. I think I only have one PSA Scoot Henderson in my PC so far. Hopefully this is number, no it's not, another 8. Actually, I literally opened the pack, pulled this card, and then, you know, protected it and sent it to PSA. So how it got an 8, that's crazy. Okay, no more 8s because I have the bigger cards are coming up now. Okay, one more Scoot. We don't have any 10s of him yet. This is my last chance. This was bought on eBay in orange ice. Not a crazy valuable card, probably 50, 60 bucks. A little bit high here. Otherwise, it looks good. I am 0 for 3 with Scoot Henderson. That is a bummer. Now we're getting close to 50-50. Yep. Actually, if you include Johnny's card, my son Johnny card, it is 50-50. All right, we need to get on a run. These are my, this one's nothing crazy, but yep, these are my most valuable cards here. This one looks good on the back. It's just a Concourse Tectonic of Brandon Miller. Forget how much I spent on eBay. It wasn't a whole lot. And 10. All right, back on the train. PSA 10, Brandon Miller. Okay, I think these are my top 4 cards of this submission. This one, so there was a football special, and I had just sent in a bunch of cards that were like $16 special, and then the next day I opened up a box of cards and had a great pack. We pulled a Bryce Young Donruss Optic Hollow, and then literally the next card was a CJ Stroud, and it was like some type of green. It was a green insert or green parallel. Both of them look a little bit thinner on the right side to the left, but should be within the variance of PSA. So again, this is a hollow of Bryce Young. I'm hoping for the best of him. Seems like a good dude, good human being. It's just anybody on the Carolina Panthers, I just don't feel confident. So I would hope to actually sell this before the season starts. Let's see, can we get a 10? This is definitely thicker here. I'm worried about this one, guys. Let's see if I get lucky. No, PSA 9, okay. It's fine, I almost said it before I started to talk. I'd rather have this one be a 10 anyways. CJ Stroud. This one looks a little bit better, but definitely still thicker here, guys. This would be a bummer if I pulled both these on the same pack and literally protected them and sent them to PSA and both got 9s. This is gonna be 10, right? Come on. Come on, CJ. Come on, CJ. Yes, 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 yes. I like that. No idea how much that's worth. I would assume a couple $100, right? That's a good one. Okay. Quick story time on this one. This player is not, you know, one of the top rookies or anything, but it was my best pull, so I did pull this. It was my best pull out of Monopoly, and it was a Taylor Hendricks. It is his rookie, but as you can see, it is 5 out of 5. The story time is that because I don't really believe in him very much, it's like a black gold, pretty sick looking card, like kind of a color match too with this Jazz. I mean, that's really good looking. Because I don't believe in him, like I don't think he's gonna be, I hope he is, but I don't think he's gonna be like you know, this amazing rookie. I tried to sell this raw, and one sold for 150, and then I kind of went 150 best offer and wasn't really getting offers. Then I put it for $130 or maybe 125 in an auction, and nobody bid on it. So like I tried twice to sell this card, and no one would go for it, even though one sold for 140 already. And part of the reason I wanted to sell it, because it's definitely thicker right side to left. Like there's no doubt about it. Is it within the boundaries? Yeah, maybe, but I'm big time expecting this to be a PSA 10. You can even see here, thinner here than here. So I figured why not sell it. If it gets a PSA 9, then it probably stays around the same value. If it somehow gets a PSA 10, and again, I think it's probably a 1 in 3 chance, well, then I could probably sell this card for $250 or more. So here we go. Sorry for the story. Out of 5, Monopoly Taylor Hendricks rookie. Yeah, I got a 9. That's all right. I mean, that's kind of what I expected. So how do we do here? Did we beat it? All right. No matter what this card is, we are going to be just above or above 50% PSA 10 rate. So if this gets a 10, it's probably right in the 60% range. If it's not a 10, it's probably 55. So we did good. We did not do great. I'm not sure if this is my most valuable card right here or it's this last card. This one was pulled as well out of Select. It was a elephant of the Joker, and it's actually his courtside. I think I looked it up. I could have sold it raw for 100. It's so hard to see if these things are, you know, well centered or not, because they're always thicker on this side than there. So I don't know. I just sleeved it up and sent it and pray for the best here. So this is the last card. Such a beautiful card. Look at that. Courtside, which is a tough pull. Joker and the elephant, super short print. Last card, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Hopefully we are finishing with a bang. Guys, I think this is a pretty good card in a 10. And yes, baby. That makes me feel warm inside. Let's go. So I can't complain too much. The 2 cards I definitely wanted the most to get PSA 10s, we did it. This one I potentially is a, you know, pop 1, maybe definitely less than the pop 5. It's an interesting one, guys. So do I just sell it now? Especially if it is a pop 1, so I could throw that in the eBay listing and maybe it gets more attention, just get out of it. But it's obviously not basketball season. People are getting fired up about football. So do I wait for the season to start and this guy to go off like he always does? That's going to be a tricky one. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do here. What I might do is put it as a buy it now option and kind of a slightly absurd price with some, you know, some options to send me an offer and see how that goes. That's probably the best thing, but I don't think I'm gonna auction it off or anything like that. That's gonna be the plan. And this one I'm going to sell pretty quick. He's awesome, great guy, team looks good, but there is so much hype regarding CJ Stroud. Like he has to be Tom Brady this year for his cards to continue to go up. Like it's almost impossible. Like their team has to win 4 out of the first 5 and he has to throw 300-400 yard games. Like he's just got enough hype already. So I like him. I think he's going to be very good, but I think the value is the highest it is now. I'm going to get rid of it. So that was fun, guys. We did well. So yeah, maybe 60%, maybe a tiny bit over 60% on PSA 10s. A couple goofy PSA 8s, but it seems like I always get at least 1 goofy grade every submission. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments which card was your favorite, what you guys are sending to PSA. I do have another submission in assembly. Again, it was a football special, but actually most of the cards in that one are my friends. I think Alvin, Janelle, and Ron each put some cards in there. I have 4 cards for my son Johnny, actually a big one. He's got a CJ Stroud holo, so hopefully that makes up for his PSA 9 today. That's a big one. And I think I only have like 6 to 8 cards total for me, so it's more about other people, but should have that within 2 weeks. And then I'm sending a PSA basketball special in today, and I still have 2 other orders that just got to PSA a couple weeks ago. So we do have some more fun reveals coming up. That is it. Have a great day. Have a great week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.